Hello everyone, Desert Gardener here, and today we're talking garden tools. So this is actually going to be part 4 of my garden tool review videos. I covered quite a few things in the first 3 parts. If you missed those, I'll put links to them below and you can check those out if you like. This will probably be the last installment of this, as I'm running out of cool garden tools to show you. Now I'm going to be putting links down below to everything I'm talking about and telling you where you can pick these things up really cheaply, and I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. So let's start out with the first one, and that's seed envelopes. Now I really like these little seed envelopes. Now I did a whole video on storing seeds really quickly. You never want to store your seeds in plastic Ziploc envelopes or bags or anything that's clear. You always want an opaque paper container, because it will absorb any moisture and keep light out. So it's really a better way to go. Now I also talked in that video how I found a template online where you just download it, fill in what the seed is, and then you print it, and then you cut it out and tape it up, and you get your own little seed envelope practically for free, which I still like, but it's such a pain in the butt to spend all that time cutting it out. And these are already pre-printed and ready to go, and you don't have to do any cutting or anything. And it even comes with a little seal thing here on the back. The only downside is the size. You notice it's not full size. The other one I spoke about is the exact same size as a regular seed packet. These are a little smaller. I haven't been able to find one that's full size, but I do still really like these, so I'm going to give these a try for a while. And they're pretty cheap. They're only about 12 cents each in a pack of 20 if you get them through Temu. On Amazon, they're about 15 cents each, but you have to buy a package of 100. So it's up to you whether you really want that many. But I really like these, and I definitely recommend them over the plastic Ziploc bags. So the next thing is a rake. Now we all probably own a leaf rake like this one here, so I no need to go into that. However, I've noticed that when you're trying to just simply rake your lawn, that type of rake works great. But when you're trying to rake it into a bag or into a small container, it doesn't seem to work very well. It's too wide, the handle's too long, and I find it uncomfortable. So I found this recently. This is a very small rake, and you can adjust the size. And because the handle is so small, it becomes very easy to rake into a small container. And if you're wanting to pick up leaves and put it in an upright container like a trash barrel or something like that, you can use the two together in unison, trap them up together, and toss it in, and I'll try to run some B-roll of that. I really think this is a cool idea. I've only had this for a short period of time, but I've really liked it so far. And this was $9.69 on Temu, and I think Amazon has it for about 20 bucks. And again, links down below. So the next one is a sprayer. Now, if you do a lot of misting, I really like this big sprayer. You put water in it, then you pump it up, and then you can just simply click it on, and it just continues to spray. Problem is, I don't really need that much misting. So I found that I really haven't been using it that much. Now, if you have a lot of misting, let's see, this one is $6.28 on Temu and $14.99 on Amazon, but I really recommend the smaller ones. This one seems to work a lot better, you know, the ones where you just squeeze. Now, if you're doing a small amount of misting, you just have a small amount of microgreens or something like that, you want to mist your houseplants, this really seems to work a lot better. It's a lot cheaper, and I think this was $1.99. Amazon has it for about $8.99. So I really like this one better. Now, you can get some really cheap ones at like the 99-cent store, but I really don't recommend those. They don't seem to last very long. Even if you're just running water through them, they tend to clog up after a pretty short period of time, so I would stay away from those. Check out the link below. Let's see, and the next one is flypaper. Now, we all have flypaper. Now, I did a couple of whole videos where I talked about fungus gnats, and I talked about the best ways to get rid of them. So if you grow any sort of microgreens or herbs indoors, you're going to get a few little flying bugs. And I found putting these nearby really helps keep down the population. And these are really, really cheap too. They're, let's see, I think 4 of them is, what, $1.29? Yeah, 4 of them are $1.29, and on Amazon it's like $3.58. And that's really darn cheap for 4 of them. So I definitely recommend these. So the next one is pruners. Now, we all have a pair of pruners, so I don't need to go over these very much. But I picked these up on Temu for $4.08. I think that is a fantastic deal. And on Amazon, they run about $12.99. I also picked up the pouch and 2 different sharpeners on Temu, and that I found really works great. And I love the clip in the back. You just clip it to your belt and head out, do whatever you need to do. The pruners were $4.08, and on Amazon I think they said they were $12.99. And the last one is a folding saw. I've really been getting a lot more use out of this than I thought I would, trimming branches off my my fruit trees and stuff like this. Now, a very similar one to this on Temu is $5.48, and on Amazon $13.88. So it's definitely a deal on Temu, and I've been getting a lot of use out of this. So really quickly, like I said, all the links for everything I talked about are going to be down below. Now, Temu seems to have changed their website recently, so when you click on that link, it brings you to an ad, and they want you to scan a code. You don't need to scan that code unless you want to download their app to their phone. But for some reason, the ad doesn't seem to go away anymore. Maybe the little X button is too far off the screen or something like that. So it's best just to type in the search bar whatever you're looking for, whatever these items are, and they'll pop up. There's a code I'm going to put down in the description. Use that code at checkout, and you'll get a really good deal. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about for now. I'm going to be doing a 1-year-long video series on growing tomatoes and peppers in the desert. So if you want to be part of that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.